Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome back to another episode of Cooking in the Raw. I'm your host, Lar Shelby, aka Shell, and this is the fall and winter edition of Cooking in the Raw. I just love this time of the year, and I virtually never, ever, ever go a season without working with cabbage. Whoops, there you go. Happening raw here, but working with cabbage. Green cabbage is going to be doing on today's show. This is a dish that I do every fall and winter, multiple times, because it's very quick, very simple, very easy to do. I like to call it my peasant pasta for the little bit of Italian that's in me. Mwah! Magnifico. So let me get the ingredients together. We have the cabbage here. I'm going to grab some more ingredients out of the refrigerator. I'm going to get some onion. And as always in Cooking in Raw, I like to keep things preset in my refrigerator because I'm always hungry and I'm always on the go, so I have to be ready to get going here. So I got some spaghetti, I got some onion, and let's see here, I'm going to throw in some butter. Alright, I think I have everything. You will not believe how simple this dish is. So let's begin here by cutting up the cabbage. A beautiful time. I remember saying once upon a time on one show that, wow, I just love cooking in the summertime. But lately, I guess it has something to do with myself getting older. Lately, I've been enjoying cooking in the fall and the winter time. I finally found that connection with those ingredients during the season. I'm going to cut off the core, make sure you get a core. I'm making a dish for one, it's just for myself here, here Cooking in the Raw, I have to eat as well. So I'm going to shave off some of this for quick cooking again. We're looking for quick. Nice little shave of cabbage. Let's go a little bit more, because that's going to shrink as it begins to cook. Alright, so there we go. A nice little shave of cabbage. I'll save the rest for boiling that down, maybe with some pork or something. That could be nice. Let me rinse this off. Now, after rinsing, I like to keep that water that drains off, because that water is going to be very important for the dish when we begin to start to steam or pre-cook the cabbage. Alright, so get me a knife and cut off some butter. I like to use unsalted butter because I like to salt my own ingredients here. Onions, I have like 2 onion keepers. One onion keeper keeps the onion whole, the other keeps the onion sliced. A good tip from Cooking in the Raw. And I sometimes also keep garlic in there as well. So that's already always good to go. So a little bit of butter. I have the olive oil. Pan is getting hot. Alright, so what we want here, we want a steam and a saute to take place at the same time. Alright? So I'm going to add my butter, my cubed butter. You can't never have enough butter this time. This is the time of the year where you're putting on the pounds. And we all know I need to put the pounds on so I can keep warm when wintertime comes. I'm going to add some olive oil to it. Okay, let that slowly melt down. Now, before it even melts, I'm going to add my cabbage right off the gate. Alright, now I'm going to save this water in case I need it later. Let's get a pair of tongs here. We get that stirred around. Now in this case, a little coloring is okay. We got a nice little saute, nice little steam happening at the same time. Now another quick dish, but watch how quick this is. Now I like to do it with thin strings here. You can do it with thick. If you have more time to cook it and let it braise, you can also do that. I'm going to add in some onion. I cranked up the fire because now I want to go for color and high intensity flavor. Okay, so that's cranked up. We get a nice saute. You would not believe how easy this dish is. Now here's where I add my salt, because I want juices to be released. Now in this case, since I'm using pasta, I want to add a little bit more salt than what I'm going to need. Because when I add the pasta, that pasta isn't going to be salty. Now you can see the color starting happening with the butter added to the dish. Wow, that just smells good. It's a nice cabbage facial. What do you think of that? I always enjoy cooking, you know, very much so. I mean, it's also when it's quick. And you can see that's already wilting. We want these to be cooked just tender. And notice how thin I actually cut them so they can cook rather quickly. We don't have time to waste when we have a busy day and we're trying to get some nourishment to our bodies here. I'm going to take my spaghetti that I cooked off earlier. Now in this case, again, I lightly oiled the spaghetti. I lightly oiled the spaghetti so that I can use it for these dishes and I don't want it to stick. Okay? Alright, let's add a little bit more olive oil, a little bit more of butter. I mean, this is the time of year. This is the time you'll eat hearty. Let's go half of that cube, a little at a time. Oh, that just smells great. Everything's coming together. You got a nice little caramelization with the butter, coloring the onion, coloring the cabbage. Fire turned down. Ooh, one got away. You got that fire turned down. Let's get ready to plate. Look how quick that was. I'm going to add just a little bit of water. That helps bring up the steam and more of the heat. Some more pepper. Now here, if you want to go more German or Polish, you can add some caraway seed, a little more salt. But here I just want to make it nice and simple. Nice and simple. Nice, simple, peasant type meal. Alright, let's see where we're at with salt on our pasta. Here we go. Oh, that's hot. Perfect. Time to put the plate up. Very lightly seasoned. Now this is called utilizing what's on hand for the season. Shell's peasant pasta with green cabbage, spaghetti, or any kind of noodle. Fresh cracked pepper, olive oil, and butter. Oh, and let's not forget the onion. You can't go wrong with a simple dish like that. Enough for one or enough for two. Now for the taste. You can even add more butter in it if you like. So here we go. That's just great. And it's going to be hot. Alright, here we go. A little bit of cabbage, onion, pasta. It definitely says fall to me. I'll see you next time when we give to you more dishes in fall and winter here on Cooking Raw. Wow, this is great. I'm going to enjoy this.